A lot of people work on their mindset and personal development when they get coaching. So many people think, right, I'll work on my mindset and I'll support my mindset and I'll support myself to feel better, feel more confident, whatever it is, feel more fulfilled, feel more motivated in life. Now, one of the things not enough people think about when they're working on themselves is understanding their personality type, right? And this is so important because this really affects everything that you do. This affects your mindset, this affects your actions, this affects your behaviors, this affects everything because it's the kind of person that you are. And really, not enough people talk about this, and not enough people tap into understanding their personality types when they're doing work on their mindset. Okay, so the reason why we talk about personality types and why we teach it within our neuro-linguistic programming and breakthrough coaching training is because it is so key. It runs through everything that we do. It runs through who we are. It runs through how we behave. It runs through how we decide what to do, how we action what we do, and who we are as people and who we are to become as people. So within our NLP practitioner and breakthrough coaching course, we introduce this concept right at the start, right from foundations. And the reason why we do this is because it is just so key to understanding yourself. Because when you understand yourself and your personality type, you will also understand how you receive information, how you prefer to be communicated to, how you learn, how you gain energy, how you take in information, how you communicate with other people, how you learn. Like, I'm repeating myself now, but there are so many things that you learn when you understand your personality type that really helps you to change your mindset and understand your mindset and understand who you are as a person. So let's dive into why it's important to understand your personality type when you're improving your mindset. And also, if you're getting coaching or if you're self-coaching, this is so important. So you'll understand where you gain your energy. You'll understand where you gain your energy. So are you, for example, an extrovert or an introvert, or maybe somewhere in between, like an ambivert? When you understand this, you will never feel guilty about wanting to spend your time with other people. You'll never feel guilty about feeling exhausted after you've been with people. You'll never, so if you're an introvert, so just to touch on which one's which and how it works, an extrovert will gain their energy by being around other people. An introvert will gain their energy by being alone or being surrounded by their very, very close people, like very, very close loved ones. And an ambivert is like somewhere in between. So sometimes they may gain their energy by being with other people, and sometimes they may gain their energy from being alone. And it depends on the context of the situation and what's going on for them. So when you understand this, you'll never feel like, for example, if you're an introvert or even an ambivert and you're feeling tired and you've been around people a lot, you won't feel guilty for feeling like that because you'll understand, well, this is my personality type and that's why I feel like that. So you'll never feel guilty or beat yourself up about it because you'll know this is just who I am, this is my personality type. So it's okay, right? It's normal to feel like this. So you'll also be able to understand how to fill yourself up, right? How to boost your own energy and reclaim your own energy when you need to. So you'll know how to, or what actions you need to take, whether you need to be alone or whether you need to be with other people. And also, you'll never be offended if somebody else says to you, I just need to be on my own right now. Right? You'd never be offended by that. And if you're in a relationship or your husband or wife might say to you one day, I'm just going to go sit upstairs and watch some TV. You'll never be offended by them wanting to go and spend some time on their own because you'll understand, okay, well, perhaps, you'll know them quite well anyway. So you'll know if they're an introvert. So you'll know that there's nothing that you've done wrong. You've not done anything. You've not said anything. Nothing's happening. There's no rocks in between the relationship. It perhaps is just that they just need to go and fill their energy up because they're an introvert and they need to spend a bit of time alone, and that's fine, right? So this alone has a massive impact in understanding mindset and working on your mindset, because when you understand this, you won't ever have any negative self-talk about it. You won't ever make assumptions or jump to conclusions about why it's happening or how it's happening, because you'll understand, okay, well, this is my personality type, or this is their personality type, and it's nothing about me or a reflection of me. It's just that they want to act in that way because that's their personality type, right? So you'll also be able to understand how best to market yourself in your business. So if you've got a coaching business, for example, you'll know how best to market yourself, because you'll know whether you're introvert or extrovert or ambivert. You'll know what you prefer doing, and you won't be annoyed with yourself or offended or upset if somebody's saying to you, you need to do a video, and you don't want to do a video, and you identified that perhaps you're more introvert and that's just how you feel. You won't be annoyed with yourself because you feel that way, right? And I just want to make a note as well, like, not all introverts will not like doing video. It's just an example. So number 2, you'll understand how you best take in information. So when you understand this about yourself and you know how you best take in information, you can ensure that you set yourself up for success in everything that you do, right? In everything that you do. There'll be no more times where you feel like you're just not getting it, because you'll understand how you best consume information and how you best communicate and consume information for your personality type. So you'll be able to understand how you prefer to receive information. You'll also know how best you learn, right? So when you fully understand what your personality type is and how you prefer to be communicated to, you'll also understand how you best learn. So similar to what I just said, like, you'll know how you best consume information, and you'll be able to make sure that if you're ever in a situation where you're learning something new, or there's something that you need to learn, or there's some set of information or communication that you need to take in and really remember, you'll know that you'll be able to do it in a way that you are best suited. So for example, if you're more visual, or if you prefer to speak or hear things, or if you prefer, to feel things or touch things, you'll understand your personality type, and you'll understand how to set yourself up for success in everything that you do. You'll no longer be offended by how other people respond to you, right? So I kind of touched on this already, but understanding this is so key. Like, when you understand your personality type and how your personality type prefers to have conversations with other people, you won't be offended if somebody doesn't look at you, for example, when they're talking to you. So to give you an example of this, my husband just isn't the kind of person that, like, completely gazes into your eyes as you have a conversation. He might not look at me sometimes when we're talking. Whereas my personality type, I love to, like, fully engage in somebody and fully engage in that conversation and look at them, not necessarily stare them out or stare them in their eyes, but I like to, like, be looking at people when I'm talking to them, to gauge their responses, etc. But he doesn't do that. He doesn't sometimes look at you at all when you're having a conversation. And I remember, before I understood my personality type, that used to make me jump to conclusions. When I had a lack of self-confidence, it made me feel maybe that there was something wrong with me, or there was something wrong in the situation. It turns out there was nothing wrong with either of us. It's just his personality type and my personality type are different, and we communicate in different ways, right? So you'll never be offended by how somebody is communicating or responding with you or to you, because you'll understand that that's just their personality type. It's nothing personal, right? You'll also know and understand how you are motivated, right? So when you understand your personality type, you'll also have a super indication on how you are motivated, and you'll be able to support yourself to understand how you achieve things, right? So how you achieve things, how you do things, how you move forward with things, how to not procrastinate, and just kind of move forward with the things that you want to do. And this will make things so much easier for you, right? So understanding your personality types does go so much deeper than this, right? It does go so much deeper than this, but these are some really, really good things that you want to pay attention to, because when you fully understand your personality type, there are so many things that you will find when doing mindset work will interlink with this, because it really supports you to understand how you think and feel, and how other people think and feel as well. Okay, so as I said, we teach all of this within our neuro-linguistic programming and breakthrough coaching training. We introduce it right at the start because it is so key to being able to do the mindset work, and especially when you're coaching other people. and in a coaching relationship, and when you're self-coaching, right? So today we have our first day of the Start Your Coaching Business training, where I will be diving into how to start and grow a successful coaching business, and I'm so excited to dive into it. We have run this training before and we got some amazing responses and some brilliant feedback. If you want to join me on that, the first one is today at 3 p.m. If you're on Instagram, you can head over to the link in my profile and find the link there to register. It's free. If you're on Facebook with me, you can find the link in the notes in the description, and you can register and join me at 3 p.m. today. We have 4 different sessions, so if you can't join me live today, you can pick from 4 different sessions, or you can also watch the replay if you're on the school run or something like that. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited. I hope this was helpful. If you've got any questions about our free training or our NLP practitioner and breakthrough coaching course, just pop me a message. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you again soon.